For this lesson, you need to open the sample file Sales Summary 2 from your Sample Files folder. In the last lesson, you created a structured reference automatically by selecting a range in a table with a mouse. In this lesson, you'll appreciate the powerful new tools built into Excel that make the creation of manual structured references very easy and intuitive. I'm going to add a formula to cell G4 that will calculate average sales using a manual structured reference. So I'll begin by typing the words average sales into cell F4. And the column's a little too narrow, so I'll just widen it slightly. I'm now going to create a manual structured reference in cell G4 that will calculate average sales. So I begin by starting my formula, average, and now I need to put the structured reference inside the brackets. I'll type SA, and notice that a small icon of a table has appeared with the name Sales. If there were more than one table on any worksheet in this workbook that began with SA, you'd see them all listed here. It doesn't matter whether you type in uppercase or lowercase or even in mixed case, you'll still see the sales table, as table names are not case sensitive. I'll now press the Tab key and the name of the table is automatically entered into the formula. The table name references all of the data in a table, excluding the header and totals row. In this case, and at this time, it will reference cells A4 to D7. But as rows are added and removed from the table, the cells referenced by the table name will dynamically adjust to continue to reference all of the data in the table. I'm now going to open a square bracket after the word sales, and when I do it, something amazing happens. Excel lists all of the columns in the table, and I'll use the down arrow key to move down to the total field. Then I'll press the Tab key, close the square bracket, and close the round bracket to complete my structured table reference. In a similar way to the table name, the column name will reference all of the data in the total column, excluding the header and total rows. In this case, and at this time, it will reference cells D4 to D7. But as rows are added and removed from the table, the cells referenced by the table name and column name will dynamically adjust to continue to reference all of the data in the column. I'll now press the Enter key, and I can see that the average sales during the period January to April were 22,778.34. Now, you may wonder what would happen if you changed a table name or a column name. Would that break the structured table reference? Let's try it. In cell D3, I'll change total to grand total. And you'll be pleased to know that the structured table references automatically adjust to the new column name. And the same thing would happen if I changed the table name. The formulas would all adjust. Unfortunately, this won't be the case if you have macros that reference table names. Macros will be covered later in session 8. And for this reason, it's a good idea to name your tables as soon as they're created and to avoid changing table and column names. So I'll change that grand total back again to total. And all that remains is to save your work. And I'm going to save with the new name Sales Summary 3. And as usual, I'll save to the folder above my Sample Files folder. I click the Save button, and you've now completed Lesson 115. Create a manual structured table reference.